I forgot how to draw. Yeah, that's the video. I'm sure those who draw as well have experienced this too. It's as if our art skills disappeared. This video was supposed to be a changing my art style video because I wanted to try new things, but it didn't work out that way. The art you're seeing right now is supposed to be my before for comparison. I felt like a mess drawing this. It's a basic head angle and pose, so I assumed I could do it, but I couldn't. I know that even with this before art style, I could have drawn this better, but nope. My hand and brain were checked out. It was a bad drawing day. Even so, I kept going. I thought that the after and new improved artwork that I would do later would look better to make up for it, but it still sucked. So now you're seeing the after artwork. Once again, this pose is fairly simple, yet I was struggling. I thought that the sketch and lineup was decent enough to begin the coloring. But oh boy, the coloring made it look worse. I hated it. I'm really being negative in this video. I was trying new stuff with this version, so I knew it would be something to get used to, but I still just didn't like it. It looked bad to me at least. So, what did I do? I gave up. I was like, okay, I need to practice drawing in general. I shouldn't even be worried about all styles since I can't even just draw. I then decided to do some sketches for practice. I looked on Pinterest for references. The first thing you see me practicing are skulls. And I knew that I really needed practice when I couldn't even draw a circle. I already can't draw good circles in general, so the fact that I was having a harder time than usual really set me off. I ended up using the circle tool later down the line. But yeah, after drawing some skulls, I drew some eyes. I want to get better at drawing eyes at different angles and also the pupil, that circle thing in the center. In different angles, I have a hard time and I just never studied it. I need to study it more. After the eyes, I wanted to do something more fun, so I drew Miles-T. Kieran, which is the character I was drawing for the previous artworks, by the way. I think these turned out decent, not the best, but it was starting to feel easier to do. One of the reasons why I think I became so rusty in the first place is because for the past couple of months, I've been drawing emotes for my Etsy shop. For emotes, I draw chibis, and drawing chibis versus how I draw a normal human is different. The proportions and especially how I do the line out differ a lot. I did do some redraws for my last couple of videos, but even then, I felt like how I do chibis were affecting those artworks too somehow. For the next couple of sketches, I drew some head angles. I was starting to get lazy at this point, but also, I still felt like I needed to practice more. I wanted to see the same face in different angles, so I traced a 3D model. I'll put the website I got the 3D model on the screen. This helped remind me of face proportions. I tried to draw the neck on my own, since the one on the model does seem a little skinny for my style, but still not sure if I did a good job. I also just need to study necks by itself in general. There's a lot of things I need to practice. Once I finished that, I drew some hands. I did this really quickly. I also sketched out some hand bones. Back then, when I used to do a lot of anatomy studies, I never focused solely on the hand, so another thing I definitely need to do more in the future. At this point, I was getting tired. I hurriedly drew some full body sketches of a woman and man doing ballerina, then moved on. The man definitely sucked way more. I think the sketch of the woman is alright. After that, I was done with all the sketches I wanted to do and was ready to attempt a full illustration again. I did some idea sketches here, even though it's hard to make out what I was drawing. But yeah, I settled on Kieran falling down. I couldn't find an exact falling down reference I liked, so I used the 3D model again. I then sketched over it. To get some practice though, I tried to draw the anatomy muscles and all that stuff on top of it, so yeah. My concept for this art is that he's falling down and these blue butterflies show up to help him. To understand this a bit more, I'll tell you a bit about Kieran. I don't have too much to say without giving spoilers, but basically these blue butterflies follow him around and he's super annoyed by it. At first, I never imagined making a full story for him, but while working on all these Kieran artworks, I made the revelation that he will fit into this story idea I have for a webtoon. Not as the main character, but a side character. But just thinking about the story is getting me more excited about him and all the other characters, so yeah. When doing the line art, I wanted to keep it kind of thin. In the first artwork I did, I think I made it too thick and that's why I didn't like it. After I did the base coloring and finally moved on to the background. I imagined that you would see the city, but I was not going to draw that. I'm way too lazy. So I went on Pixabay to find a free to use photo. I don't even know what city this is, but when I saw the picture, I thought it was perfect. Even the sky was exactly what I had imagined, so I just had to use this photo. Once I pasted the photo on my canvas, I then extracted the line out from it. I had no idea Krita had this feature, but I'm glad I found it since I did not want to chase the lines myself. As for the sky, I did redo it, but I still color picked from the original photo. I also traced the clouds, but rendered it in my way. I wanted it to look the same as the photo, but still somewhat in my style. For the buildings, I was gonna hand color it, but did not want to color the lights in individually. My laziness strikes again. I don't remember exactly what I did, but just like how I extracted the line out, there was another option there that kind of put a filter over it. Honestly, I have no idea. I clicked the button. After, I then used a gradient map to change the colors and stuff. It worked out in the end, so yippee, cool. Once the background was done, I started to render Kieran. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this. So I put a blue multiply layer on top so he could blend in with the background, but I just find it so interesting to watch. Like when I put it on the skin, it looks wrong, but then once I add it to the other layers, such as the hair, clothes, and stuff, it starts looking right again. I don't know. Color theory is weird and fascinating to watch, so I wanted to show you guys. Okay, anyways, back to the speed paint. I don't have much to say about the rendering. I did mostly the same as I usually do. I did try to do something different with the hair and I kind of like it, but still not sure if I really actually like it. If there's one thing though I got from this is that I need to do more clothing studies. I really want to change how I render clothes and draw clothing folds. For example, the long sleeve sweater, something just feels wrong about it, but I just can't put my finger on it. Anyways, the artwork is wrapping up here. Considering where I was at from the beginning of this video, I think I remember how to draw a bit more. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It came out alright, but that's enough about me. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Also, if you have any tips on how to get back into the flow of drawing when you forget, let me know. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I guess I'll go now. Bye bye.